Hello. We are here. Would you believe we are live on Twitch? So this is a bit of an experiment. So you'll have to let me know if it works or not. So we are on. We're streaming from Windows to a Mac coming via a capture card. Except if you're streaming from just the Mac. Nice. So if you're streaming from just the Mac, then the amazing stuff that I learned from Matty Two Shoes earlier would work, where you set your resolution in OBS and you fiddle around and you know make sure the aspect ratio of the output is the same. But because I'm using a capture card, it was all a bit weird. So what I've had to do is tell the capture card. Sorry, no, tell the MacOS to use the ideal resolution for the capture card, which stuck it in 1920 1080. So rather than using my whole screen on the Mac's input, I was like, screw it. I will just interact with it by setting my keyboard and mouse to the Mac, but looking at the screen through the capture card output on Windows. So, you know, it works. The point is that I prioritize my lovely viewers over my experience because you're all the best. But look, we're live. Would you believe it? So, I'm not going to lie, I've cheated a little bit. So this project isn't brand spanking new. I have done work on it already, which I will show you all and I'll talk you through. But it's a special week at work that we call Skunk Works, and essentially we get to work on a related project for the week. So in my case, I decided to work on this blood pressure tracker app that I've started on. So because it uses MongoDB Realm, which is our mobile first offline capable free syncing mobile database. Better ways to describe it, but you get the drift. You see it in action. But yeah, I thought, you know what? I can work on this because it's related to work, so I'm going to do it. Hey, Cryptic's here. Long time no see, friend. How are you? How was everyone's weekend? We are on. Yeah, there we go. So basically, we have this blood pressure tracker app, and I'll show you what it does already. Actually, simulator. We'll get into the code in a minute, but hey, that sounds pretty good, Matty. I can't like I did a little bit of that. So if you're active on the Claude Discord, which most of you are, or if you follow me on Twitter, you might have seen that I was in Oslo last week, which was awesome. But trying to get home was a bit of an adventure, to say the least. Essentially, my flight from Oslo to Manchester directly was cancelled, so I then got sent by the airline via Copenhagen and Amsterdam. Except because of bad weather, both flights from Oslo and Copenhagen were delayed. So then when I landed in Amsterdam, it wasn't the same. It wasn't the same airline that It wasn't the same airline. It was KLM to get from Amsterdam to Manchester, whereas all the other trips were Scandinavian Airlines. And then KLM's not part of the Star Alliance group, I don't think. And so there was no loyalty to wait for us passengers. So when we got to Amsterdam, we missed the flight to Manchester and got rebooked on one Saturday morning. So by the time I got back Saturday lunchtime, I was like, I'm tired. I treated myself to a copy of Super Mario Odyssey, even though I'm terrible. And I was a bit of a potato as well, Matty, so completely relatable. I'm good, Cryptic, I'm good. So, yeah, this... you can't see all of it because my face is in the way. There we go. So this is the blood pressure tracker app that I've started already. So as you can see, it's a bit of a work in progress. So like this needs improving, so it's centered and stuff. But we'll get to that. Making it pretty comes later. But we've got trends. So the idea is that we can embed MongoDB charts, which helps you visualize your data. And then we've got history. So, oh, that crashed it. Oops. No, okay. It's okay. We can just load the code. It's all good. But yeah, the idea is that you can log your blood pressure and your pulse, and you'll be able to see nice little cards that show you the history of what your blood pressure's been. And so, yeah, we've got the basics in there, but there's a few things I want to do. So at the moment, it doesn't support authentication. So if you're trying to, we've got to segregate the data, right? Because we don't want to be, we don't want, everyone to be able to see everyone's data. So we want to do authentication eventually, because then once you're logged in, you can use your special user ID to segregate, partition the data off so that you don't see other people's. So authentication's a good start, but at the moment you can see everybody's. So so there's a few things I want to do. I want to implement GitHub Actions, because that's the newness when it comes to continuous integration / CI, CD, DevOps, whatever fancy term you want to use. I also want to migrate the data, because the great thing about MongoDB is that you can create a cluster which is kind of that's what contains your database. You can I need to update Nightbot. Let's do that while that update happens. Hang on. So yeah, essentially with MongoDB you can create your database completely free. You can have a cluster that's on the free tier, but it's on version 4 point something of MongoDB, whereas we're currently on 5.0. So M0, so the free cluster, will get 5.0 in February, but I want to take advantage of 5.0 because, being a developer advocate and everything, it kind of makes sense to use the latest and greatest. So, hang on. There we go. Nightbot.gtv. Yeah, so we want to use 5.0 because it comes with some really useful features that will help with this, such as time series range window. So we can say only look at every 30 days of data, so we can generate a rolling average, which is ideal. So yeah, I want to take advantage of 5.0, which means using a paid cluster. And they're not expensive, but I don't need to pay for it when I work for the company. I was trying to keep the data separate for money, because I'm like, it's a side project. But now that we're going to be, doing this in Skunkworks week, and I'm hoping it's going to be a demo app, I want to, I basically want to, take advantage of 5.0 features. So one of the things we're also going to do today is migrate it over to, migrate it over to the Atlas account that I've got for my work email, which will give me, I don't have to pay the bill for the clusters, so we can have a M10 cluster, which is the next one up from M0, and we can have 5.0 newness. And there's other things that we'll try and do, but we'll see where we go. The idea is, if you enjoy watching me do this, is that we'll stream it every day. Come and be part of Skunkworks. I just need to update project. So, commands, edit project. Today we are written in Xamarin.Forms with... I mean, we've got some stretch goals for this, right? Like, once we get authentication in place and that works, the plan is to do more, do clever things like Apple Watch data. Like, why not get it to log your blood pressure? And kind of, in case anyone's interested, so the story as to why I'm doing a blood pressure tracker app, because let's be honest, I'm sure plenty exist, is a few weeks ago, someone, I'm not going to name names because, privacy, but someone I know sent me a photo of where they've been logging their blood pressure, and it automatically includes pulse. So blood pressure and pulse data for 30 days. And I just looked at it and I thought, oh, data, we could do some fun things with this. So I decided to, create an app. I was like, oh, we can just create an app where you can log it and we can visualize the history and just and also just see the history as well as visualize it. And it just seemed like good fun. So I was like, oh, let's do it. But yeah, like, so I was like, oh, we can do some fun things with this. So it's more of a, I know that something already exists, but I just thought, why not? Let's just do it. Because, why not? Let's just double check announcements. I'm going to load the dashboard. I'm not missing anything important. So let's go to my dashboard or stream manager, whatever you want to call it. There we go. Nice. So yeah, the plan is we're just gonna have some fun. We're gonna see what we do. So, this looks kind of small. We need some suggestions, friends, by the way, for some channel point redemptions. I've turned off some of the redemptions. I turned off Hats Off to You yesterday, and I haven't turned it back on again because I was doing stuff with Flight Simulator, and I didn't want to have to put a load of hats on. I've turned off the cursor size and color ones because I'm not on Windows right now. Like, I am, but you're not looking at Windows. It's pointless doing the cursor size and color. So yeah, I've just turned off a few of them because we're not really doing much with it. So we need some new ones that we can do regardless of platform. And no worries, Matty. Good luck at the dentist. So let's I was doing some stuff around authentication recently, but it didn't work. So I want to make sure that it's let's just go to CD. This is big enough, yeah. CD documents, dev, blood pressure tracker, git status. Okay. What's different? Just got. Okay. So okay, so we want to. I think we want to keep the assets. If we have a look, assets. No, not in Android. In iOS. Assets. App icon. Yeah, that's what we want. Okay. So we want to add the asset. So we want to add git add blood pressure tracker dot iOS. Steve. How are you, friend Steve? So we've got the app icon. Now where are we at? Yeah, so we want to add, just do a git diff on main activity. That's going to be around the, yeah, so we want that. I'm good. I'm just having some mobile fun. See how we get on. Okay, so we want to keep that. We want to keep the Android manifest, the info.plist. What's changed in history view model? Blood pressure tracker, view models, history view model. What's changed? Oh yeah, so that's where we're trying to do the What games are you playing on Extra Sociable Steve? So we want to add blood pressure tracker dot Android main activity. Blood pressure tracker dot Android. Android manifest. I hope they were good games. You missed it, Steve. I was saying I bought Super Mario Odyssey on Saturday in the hope that I won't be awful. Of course I'm awful, but we'll persevere. Blood pressure tracker dot iOS info.plist, because that'll be about the assets. And then the git diff. The only one I want to check is log reading view model. I want to know why it's different. Sounds like fun. Did you enjoy yourself? I've never really got into Black Mirror. I watched the episode where everyone, you know, the one with everyone gives each other ratings constantly, because it just reminds me way too much of real life. Credentials, yeah, it's the same. Okay, so what's different now? Okay, so git commit added icons with mfractal. Push that up. Ooh. What's going on? Well, true. Why is this necessary? No idea. Hey, welcome in, Ghosty Tuner. Welcome to the fun. We're just, well, we're supposed to be doing mobile, but right now we're doing Git because, you know, fun times at the ranch. Also, we haven't got music on. What am I doing with my life? I did start to do music, but Pretzel needed an update and I forgot to finish it. We need, I know, she's got live stuff going on, but, what? As if. I'm going to upgrade just so we can get, I'm happy to upgrade Pretzel just to get, better songs. Because you get more YouTube safe tracks. Because I often find that you, I often find that you end up in a situation where it's like you run out of songs on the station, and I'm like, actually, this is worth it. Just log in with Twitch. Okay. Just quickly upgrade. But yeah. As I was saying, you just end up in a situation where you run out of songs or whatever, and it just gets really boring. So this gives us more options to stream, and I'm okay with that. We like options. Yeah, it's good. It's it's Hyper-V with I think it's the Oh My ZSH thing. So it just gives me like what the time, the computer I'm on, the obviously what folder I'm in. I think that's the version. It's a version of Git or version of no, it'd be version of Git, I think. And then what branch I'm on. But this is my work laptop, you see. I don't write code every day, but if I'm going to write code, I want to do it in an environment that works for me. Let's just upgrade Pretzel and away we go, because I want some happy EDM. Anyway, where are we with this? So, okay. What are we at now? So it should be view models. It's being weird. Git def blood pressure tracker. Blood pressure tracker. Yes, they were. A few years ago, I think. It's they're doing good things with it. So Halifax 5, nice. Hey, look! Our friends from the DevRel team are here. What's up, friends? I didn't even know we had a DevRel Twitch account. But hello! I don't know which lovely face is behind the account, but welcome in. Always nice to see our colleagues. I know everyone says it, but I work. Oh, nice. So there's yeah, exactly. See, yeah. I was just about to do that plug, Mike. Nice timing. How was reInvent? But yeah, so if you're not aware, MongoDB has a podcast. I don't have a link on me right now, but it's a very good podcast. I listen to it. You get all sorts of content, whether it's internal, customers, a range of stuff. We've had everything from like there you go, mongodb.com/podcast. We have everything from like internal, like guests, whether it's interns or engineers or like people from the product team, or we had a good one. I enjoyed one the other week from the events team, where they were talking about what it's like having to put together an event, especially during like COVID times. Because we had Local London the other week. Woo! The first in-person company event for over 2 years. I got to meet some of my team, and it was wonderful. But yeah, we have a running joke in our team about the podcast. So any chance to mention the podcast, we take it. Okay. So I'm gonna have a look at what's different about this one. Adding. Yeah, we can keep that. Git git commit. Let's just quickly commit it, and we'll just say we are syncing versions. Okay. Let's clear this. I don't have to keep looking at it. So we're going to make We're going to make sure this works first, and then once we're happy that it works, I want us to auto merge. Once it works, we'll commit. Make sure it works. We'll commit this, and then we'll we have a frame that ends there. We have a stack layout. Have a stack layout. We need another one. Let's try and match our tags. There we go. Let's not put this on an iPod Touch. Let's put it on the iPhone 12. But yeah, obviously we've done a bit of merging nonsense here because I'm working it from multiple places. So if it blows up, we'll try and fix it. If it item source. Have a look here. Should have a binding context. Okay. Still trying to do this. We don't want that one. We want the old version. So let's try git reset. Or is it head? I hate git. Reset head 2. Okay. Let's see what's changed. So git's just gross. Okay. That should work. So yeah, I made the mistake of Dr. D! Woo! Look at all these friends showing up to hang out. But yeah, basically the other week I had a go at adding authentication with Google, but it's a bit more complicated because being a Xamarin.Forms app and also, you know, we've got to find what Realm supports. It got a bit complicated. But I made the mistake, the rookie mistake that you should never make of not putting it on a separate branch. So we just need to get it back to a working state and then we'll branch off of it to work on what we're working on. I just don't code enough. Ooh. Okay. Yeah, because we've reset it. I need to get my connection string. How can I do this? It needs to be like secret. Oh no, it's app ID actually. It doesn't have to be secret. I have to log in as me. Yeah, I haven't mastered how to do secrets on a separate thingamabob yet. Yeah, but you could see, but you could also hang out here. Help me do code. How do I do secrets? Let's try and add. Rookie error. Studio mode loose, that's where it's at. Basically, I want to go to secret screen and remind myself how I did it. Okay, so we can do. Is this going to work? Scaling aspect ratio. Point 160 by. Never mind. Okay, well, so I'm trying not to reveal secrets, but I don't think I've got much choice right now, to be honest with you. Let's pick the right project, shall we? Right, there we go. Right, so we want. Oh, wow. Yeah, one step at a time. See, this is what happens when you have a scatterbrain like mine and you're trying to stream. There's all these things you're supposed to be doing at once. I did upgrade. Is there another window? No. Ooh, a thing happened. Hey, welcome in. Oh, my Starlink is beautiful. Hey, Jude. Like, you know, I can download games in like a normal amount of time. It's a miracle. So you pay for the kit up front and then you pay monthly. I'm lucky though that because I'm a fully remote employee, my employer pays my monthly fee. But it's like 90 $99 a month, I think, or something like that, which sounds expensive, but when you compare it to what I had before, it's beautiful. Okay. Pay with PayPal, please. Subscribe with PayPal. Well, yeah, but then it's not. You're saying I already have a subscription to this plan, but I clearly don't because. There we go. Now it knows. What? Sign that back in again. It's been weird. Sign in with Twitch. So confused. It's saying upgrade, but then I did upgrade. Yeah. I don't understand technology. Hey, well, welcome in, Carl. I appreciate it. Yeah, Cliff. I was with Cliff last week. Great guy. Look at all these new friends coming in to hang out. I love it. Apologies for the lack of movement on screen. I've got a capture card to my work Mac, and I'm currently on my PC trying to sort out Pretzel because it knows I'm on Pretzel Premium, but the app's not picking up that I've upgraded, and so it won't let me actually. It's not picking up that I'm on Premium, so when I go to play things, it's like, huh? Yes, I don't get it. Yeah, so it knows I'm on Premium. Do I have to sign up to something? I mean, that's great, Pretzel, but you're not actually giving me free. Well, while we wait for that, we'll just put some music on. Honestly, technology these days. Hey, everyone's here. Indeed, computers are hard, yeah. It's just Pretzel. Yeah, like I've paid to upgrade my Pretzel rocks, but it hasn't picked up what I paid for the subscription. But anyway, where were we? We have music, that's the main thing. Let me know if it's too quiet. Thanks, Jude. So you have a blood pressure tracker. Okay. So we have our thing. We want to go to Realm. So Realm will point at an Atlas cluster, so you can reshare data across projects, which is great. Okay. So we'll go here. We have our app that exists already, and then we have our app ID. Huzzah! And that's, you know, you can't do anything with that. So it's safe to share on screen. It's okay, but this next bit might not be. Bear with me. We're going to change screens a minute to something else. You can have my face for a minute. We'll do It's alright, we're good. I just needed to post secret things, and I haven't worked out how to blur out a capture card yet. There we go, we have data. There you go, see? So we've got a nice little card that shows you the date. I mean, the time's written wrong and stuff, but that's okay. We can fix that later. Right. So yeah, you know, we've got the data. You can log stuff. It looks bad. We've got an about page, but yeah, you know, it's pretty. We can work on the UI and stuff. That comes later. But the point is, we have functionality. So now we can start to do what we wanted to do. So, sorry, I'm just dealing with some stuff. Right. So, let's see what we've got to do. So we've got a list of like little things I want to achieve today. So the first one is the first one is GitHub Actions. So at the moment, I'm pretty sure if we go to the GitHub for this. Yeah, woo! Welcome in, Cliff. Welcome in. Yeah. So the realm stats are already there, but I'll go through the. We can have a look at the code, Cliff, while you're here. So we can stop it running now. So we have in the history page, for example, in the view model. Yeah, this code's big enough. You create a realm sync app, a user, and then a realm. So that's like an instance of realm, like like a client. And all we literally do when we want to initialize it is we basically initialize the realm app with our realm app ID. Login. At the moment, it's anonymous login because I don't care about authentications coming after. Set up a sync configuration with the partition. So later on, it won't be like a hard-coded partition. It'll be like the user's ID when they're logged in. Get the instance and then just ask for all of them, and that's it. So 6 to 8 lines of code, and you've hooked up to Realm and got all your data back. And that is because we're using a sync app that's got offline sync taken care of. But I wanted to see. Yes, okay, this doesn't have a README yet, which means that we've got an opportunity to create one and also do CI/CD rather than using a app center. Yeah, it really is super simple. There's let me find it and I'll send a link in chat. Hang on. Dual machine fun times. Let me load it on this machine. So if we go to nope. Realm getting started. There you go. We can put this in here. No, it does it automatically. So it'll all just take care of it for you. So it will each time. So it sounds counterintuitive, but essentially every time you you call in to do it. So like every time we load history, for example, it will pull in that data. So it will take care of all that for you. You don't need to worry. Like it will just sync the changes. So you'll always have an up-to-date copy. It's great. So like we've got the log readings here, for example. So it's actually more efficient, believe it or not, to create, because it's so quick and tiny, it's easier to create a new instance of the Realm app each time, because Realm has to run on the same thread. So the easiest way to do it is to just initialize it each time, and it really is so tiny that you're not going to notice any performance. So each time you do it, it will grab the data anyway. The only caveat, and it's not complicated, it's just something to be aware of, because it has to be run on the same thread. The easiest way to initialize it at first is to actually from here override your on appearing and initialize it, call into your view model and initialize it on appearing with your code behind. Then it will run on the same thread every time. I am going to write an article about this at some point though, so don't worry. But yeah, that's literally the only caveat I've learned so far. is just to initialize it in the on appearing. But other than that, it just works. Hey, Mr. Twist, welcome in. So we've got our code. How are you, Mr. Twist? How are you, Cliff? How was your weekend? Your flight. I'm assuming your flight was more successful than mine. Yeah, so we're gonna do a bit of GitHub Actions. So if we go here, you won't be able to see the link, but you'll see in a minute. Go to BR minute. So my friend Brandon is a cloud developer advocate at Microsoft, but he specializes in Xamarin stuff. And he actually created an app called Git Trends, but he happened to tell me the secret to doing GitHub Actions for Xamarin, because like with Android, there's a couple of caveats. So it's like he's just said to me, look at this repo. So that's what we're gonna do. Oh, what did you get up to, Mr. Twist? Why did your weekend fly by faster than usual? So we know this works, so we're gonna... We'll force push later. So git checkout -b. Nice. Yeah, like my once I got home, it wasn't too bad. The problem was that when we got to passport control at Manchester Airport, you had like the everyone else passport, then you had fast track and assistance lane. So I went down fast track / assistance lane because obviously sunflower lanyard. But then the people in the other queue further down, there was more staff to watch their lane. And when I got there, one of the border force officers at the only desk serving assistance and fast track was dealing with someone from, I think it's Romania or something, asking her a few questions. So, hey, welcome in. We've got new followers. But yeah, I had to wait a few minutes. I would have been faster to go down the normal lane, it turned out. But hey, you live and learn, and it wasn't that bad. I was home by 11:30 a.m, so it wasn't so bad. We're going to do GitHub Actions. Saturday morning was my carpentry class. Oh, nice! What did you make anything cool? Aaron's weekly housework for D&D. That's pretty nice. Yes! Welcome in, Wild Panther. Come hide from real life. Boop. So, welcome in. See, White Panther's a VIP around here. See, I was kind of hoping that you'd bonus stream today, because then I could steal all your viewers afterwards, but that's just selfish. I know you have other stuff going on. But yeah, come escape real life. So we're going to make a new branch for this, because even though it seems daft, stuff can happen. It's okay. It's okay. I'm just glad that you're here. You're very loved by this community. And me, obviously. So we're going to create a folder. It's going to be make directory.github, was it? So for those that have just joined, we are working on a mobile app that tracks blood pressure. So at the moment it hooks up to a database, MongoDB Realm database, which takes care of online offline sync for you, which is cool. So we have all our data in the cloud. We can log blood pressure and pulse readings and retrieve them back, but it's not partitioned per user and there's no CI/CD. So we're just going to work through a few things today and see where we get. So at the moment we're just setting up GitHub Actions. I've never done GitHub Actions as Xamarin.Forms projects before. I've always used App Center, but App Center's kind of turning into a bit of a neglected garbage fire. So GitHub Actions is where it's at. So that is plan 1. I should add a goal, really, shouldn't I? Let's go back in studio mode. Whoop. Set a goal. Goal. Let's follow a goal. current goal. There we go. And we want it to be... the goal is going to be... Goal 1 is set up... Oh, wrong keyboard. See, this dual setup thing is great for... I can use a Mac to code, but, you know... It's fun to try and keep on top of it when you're streaming. We want to set up CI/CD with GitHub Actions. And then we're going to come back to count. We're going to show the current goal. There we go. Okay. Welcome back from your meeting, Dr. Dynamite. How was it? So we've made the folder. Now we need to CD into it. Okay, so we don't need an issue template right now. Do we need workflows? Yes. Okay, so you need a workflows folder. Make directory workflows. CD workflows. Then we need to... Yeah, I don't know if I've been to Terminal 5. I mean, it's a bit of a push to say I like Heathrow. Last time I was in Heathrow was when I went to Seattle for Microsoft Build. And, like, I was already in premium economy, so, like, it wasn't... They were selling really cheap upper class upgrades at the airport. And I was like, screw it. I'm on a flight for 10 hours. So I tried upper class, which is like, it's Virgin Atlantic's like highest tier like seat, but it's equivalent of like business class in other airlines. It was alright, but like I just enjoyed it because when I once I'd paid for it, they just sent me up a different escalator to go down the upper class wing, so I got to go through separate security, which was nice. None of this rip everything out your bag nonsense. Well, I'm hoping to book a trip to Greece for next year with my mum, but yeah, don't talk to me about planes for a while. My trip home on Friday/Saturday was such a nightmare that I'm like, I'm okay to stay in this country for a little while longer. I will do, Cliff, I will do. And more specifically, I'll try and buy Blue Team airline tickets, right? It's one of those. I was like, I'm not convinced by lie flat seats because I just didn't sleep very well. But it was nice to be able to like take you, be able to take my shoes off and put my feet up and stuff. And more importantly, it wasn't even about that. It was just cool to be able to get on the plane first. I was actually no, I wasn't the very first person to get on board actually. But yeah, it was just nice to sit down and like, you know, stuff was on tap, so you could just go could just be like, oh, you know, I want a Diet Coke, no ice, I'll bring it to you. You want something to eat, I'll bring it to you. To be fair, I didn't do that very often because you sat on a flight for 10 hours. You kind of want to stretch your legs. Hey, Rick is here. How are you, Rick? So we're in workflows. So let's have a look at this. Hey, thanks for the bits. Ooh, what have you been renovating? I mean, I'm assuming your house, but what plans have you had? Okay. So we can create we're going to open Visual Studio Code, actually. We're going to do this the old-fashioned way. Hey, thanks for the 7 months. Salute the general. Although Dr. Dynamite is a mod, so technically Dr. Dynamite is a co-pilot, but so we're in workflows. You want to make a file called mobile.yml. Hey, Sociable Steve is also here for 13 months. Nice. Salute the general. The entire house. Oh, nice. Oh, wow. Okay. Exciting times, though. Hey, we're close to a hype train, friends. Wasn't expecting that on my first code stream in a while. Okay. Yeah, so that makes sense. Hey, Sociable Steve is just a great human being. What can I say? So we know that, yeah, we want to call this workflow mobile. So on push, we want to do stuff to the main branch, and we want to pull from everything. Hey, thanks for the bits, Mr. Twist. Okay, so Android is where it gets interesting. So we want jobs. I'm going to write this out manually because it will help me understand what's going on. Hi, hey, we're doing on the way to level 2 already. Good job, team. The jobs is at the same level as push. So we want to build underscore Android. This is going to run on... Hey, thanks for the bits, Rick. Hey, it's happening. It's happening. Ah. I love the Lego store. You know, when I was... one of the bits of advice that I got when I was in Oslo on Friday when I found out that my... oh, wow, thanks for the gift subs. Oh, look at all these nice people getting subs. White Panther's got a sub. Cliff's got a sub. Jude's got a sub. Nerd Herder, Fodder Dev. Hey, thanks, Joe Walter. Well, this is just madness, isn't it? We've already achieved level 2. Okay, so we want to build Android. We want it to run on macOS, and then the steps are it uses. Oh yeah, we want to use Boots because Boots makes life easier. Boots is like what is Boots? So long-term nope. Magno. Can't spell Magno Boots. Look at all this. Level 4 madness. Here we go. So Boots is... yeah, so it helps with managing versions, I believe. Yeah, so you can manually install dependencies. So we can keep things up to date and nice and easy. So we want to use Boots. We want to run a new get restore. Yes, we want this bit, and then we want to do our own path. Make this a bit bigger, right? Yeah, there we go. And this is way too wide. Look at all these. Look at this. Level 4. Nonsense. Yeah, so it uses that. We install Boots. Then we restore NuGet. Then we build the application. So we're saying mono. Be an application, Visual Studio app. Yeah. So then it's going to be how to do it. So basically, Cliff, what it is that like you can follow people, which is like a subscription on YouTube, you know, where you just say, hey, I want to follow them and know when they're going live or whatever. But a subscription is when you pay a certain amount of money a month and you can choose what level you pay for. And while you're subscribed, you'll get access to like new extra emotes and stuff. And it also just shows your support to the streamer. But you can also gift sub. So say you've already got a subscription and you're like, oh, I want to support the streamer some more. You can do like Sociable Steve did and just go, here, I'm going to use some money of mine to give 5 people or 10 or however many you want a subscription to that streamer for a month. So it's just a way to be supportive, really. So yeah, it's going to be dot slash. Okay. We'll copy this bit then edit it. So rather than .git trend, it's going to be blood pressure tracker.android blood pressure tracker. Me too. I hate ads. I pay for YouTube Premium for years because I hate ads that much. Okay, so that should build Android. Once we deploy it, we'll find out, but okay. We haven't got any UI test, so we can skip that bit. So we haven't got unit tests either because we're bad people. What about iOS? Unit test, Android. What about iOS? Am I missing something? You can have global JSON as well, can't you, eventually? So, hey, we got to a level 3. Nice job, team. Thank you. Oh, here we go. Stack Strong Sport level 2 completed. You're so generous. So why doesn't it? Choo choo. Update mobile, okay. Maui. I'm missing something here. View file. GitHub. Workflows. Mobile. Got jobs. We've got Android, malware check, install boots, store NuGet, build Android, build UI test, unit test. Yeah, there's no iOS. What the hell? Am I missing something? GitHub Actions. iOS. Choo choo. That's a cute little emote as well. Okay, that's see how we go. Okay, so that's now do scripts, yeah. So it's the same. You don't see the into it. They normally do. They do that, don't they? You give you the same emote every time. It's really, So we've got so if we okay. Yeah. Yeah. Well, this is why I'm intending to do this. So Brandon sat at dinner on Wednesday and was showing me this. I didn't realise there wasn't iOS in there, but we can work this out. So let's build Android. So let's do build underscore iOS. Users actions dash checkout at v1. We can let's just do Android. So just thinking we can probably reuse some of this. So we've got the build Android app, so we can do build name build iOS app run that way. MS build. How do they do it? Well, if this works, Cliff, it'll be on GitHub if you need any help. As I said, I'm not claiming to know anything, but we can try. Make this debug, not release. It's not in release state in any way, shape, or form. So ms build blood pressure tracker.ios. Blood pressure tracker.ios.cs proj. Normal verbosity, rebuild, platforms, iPhone simulator debug. Okay, yeah, because then we don't have to provide signing certificates or any of that nonsense. Okay. I mean, there's only one way to find out if this works right, and that's to push it up and see. It should just be that, yeah. So git dot git commit. Oh, I can't spell. Git commit added v1 of GitHub. So, yeah, I thought so. Git push set upstream origin GitHub actions. And by the way, we can just do a little dance to the music, right? Okay. So if we go into the repo now, we have our repositories. We should have an actions tab now. Okay, that didn't work. Why did that not work? I have an error in my SAML syntax on line 12, okay? Why is it not like that? This is why we just check because I forget that yet. Git dot git commit. Okay, let's see how we go. I can get involved with this music. You know, you just gotta dance until your code wants to join in. Okay. Why do I? Okay, something's not right. I forget steps. Yes. On push branches, jobs. Runs on macOS latest. Okay. Then the steps are okay. Git commit -am. Added missing steps. Yeah, that's why I've changed it. I think it's also up step because I didn't have the runs on and the steps. See how we go. It's just one of those, right? You just keep going. You know, I don't know what I'm doing, so let's learn together. We're just going to keep on trying until it works. Okay, now line 15 is wrong. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cheat for a minute, and I'm going to, because a lot of it is just layout nonsense. It uses you don't need that bit. Install boots. Restore and you get build the Android app. We don't need the real UI tests. We don't need the unit tests. Yeah, still fixing. Pray for me. Oh no, god damn it. Syntax from hell. And it's gonna be gonna find git trends, and we're gonna replace it with blood pressure tracker. There we go. Does it need git commit -am working on YAML syntax. Please work. Let's see what happens. It's still a learning exercise, right? Because, you know, if any of you watching are also Xamarin developers and you want to do the same, you can maybe learn from the nonsense that I'm doing. Why is it not picked up? Go to... That card that would please work. Why is it not doing anything? Interesting. Unless it works because we... Let's just update this to GitHub Actions branch for a second. Git commit -am. Updated branch it looks at. Temp, because it's not permanent. I just want to see what it does. Okay. Well, it's queued. Starting the job. That's a good start, right? Assuming a bit. We're going to be doing a dance in a minute. Let's see. I mean, this is a good start. We've got past step 1, which was a syntax. We've installed boots, which helps us install specific versions of things. Let's see what happens. You just gotta dance along. Install boots, so we can also do boots. iOS. It's probably not going to find. There we go. Yes, it's a global tool for installing packages. So we've got mono, Xcode. Okay. Why did that fail? Add pressure tracker.android. Screen doesn't exist. Good luck, Cliff. Let me know if you need any help. We're always here to lend a hand. Okay. So, okay. Project file doesn't exist. Where am I going wrong? Does exist. Where's it doing? It's going to be relative path, right? Let's see. Okay. It's relative to what? Okay, so you forget. So this gives us hope, right? Ooh. Green screen wrongness. Okay. Okay. Set default. But it's a relative path, right? So I don't know if it's relative. We need to establish what path it needs to know. It's not iOS sign. We're not worried about that right now. Okay, so it's. I'm going wrong somewhere. Blood pressure tracker.android. Let's see. Blood pressure. Let's try again. So is that missing A? That's muscle memory right there. What's going to happen now? What's going to happen? Oh, okay. That's reassuring. GitHub gone down. I hope not. Well, I mean, that's a start, right? Repos. Oh, no. That would help. Yeah, it's one of those, it's interesting. I think like I'm jumping at the deep end somewhat because it's fantastic for like .NET projects as a whole, but Xamarin is a bit more complicated. But you know, what's life without a bit of challenge? Well, as I was saying earlier, like for Xamarin apps, I normally use App Center, but they're neglecting it somewhat, and it's slowly becoming a garbage fire and might be removed altogether. So at some point, I've got to learn about GitHub Actions. So it might as well be today. Look at the history of this. Why remove the iOS step? You can still do it with mono. Interesting. So we can add that in once it works. Ah. Could it be... Oh, project. See if we get anything useful. Okay, got workflows. Echo hello world. CD into... Interesting, okay. CD is into blank.android. Okay. Let's look at this. So it... Maybe we need to do... blood pressure tracker. Blood pressure tracker.android. Oh no. Update Android file path. Actually, remember to push this time. Yeah, like GitHub Actions is super powerful. I do like it. It's just, it's one of those where you just need to. Oh, there you go. You just need to be patient with it. As I said, like this is just a hobby project per se. Like, CI/CD is not essential. If we carry on having too many problems with this, I'll come back to it at another point, so you don't have to sit and watch me struggle for ages and you can see some actual development, but... Because I don't know how to see what path it's at. It's this one. So this blanks into it, then restores. What's ours do? So it installs boot, restores NuGet. This might work, it might not. Yeah, well that's kind of, that was my thinking, is like, some people would find it annoying watching me fail, but then we might learn something along the way. Shut up, Dr. D. You're far too nice to apply pressure. We'll see, but we'll see how we go. What's going to happen? Is it going to fail? No? No, it failed again. Okay, at least it's versions error building with JDK is not supported. Business still version 11. Okay, this is progress though. 11. We even need that. No. We're gonna take it out. I don't think White Panther needed much convincing to drink that jug that day. But it was very amusing for the rest of us, I won't lie. Git commit -am remove JDK install stuff. Well, this is progress, right? Even if we can't get this to work, at least we've got past the whole I don't know where it is part. Yeah, that jug of BS was very amusing. The whole evening was fun, to be fair. We need to repeat it. We just need to find the time to repeat it. Oh, BS is bull sugar. We don't use bad language on this stream at this time of day. It wasn't actually BS. It was espresso martini, but rather than being like one small cocktail glass, Dr. D was pouring out essentially like half pint or pint glasses of the stuff, and yeah, it was it was one of those. It was just, yeah, it's bad form. We were just making it. Yes. I mean, I don't drink alcohol or caffeine, so that was like a no-go for me. But it looked tasty. No. It was just Dr. D making sure we all had a nice time. I say all. Obviously I didn't drink, but it was funny watching other people. And to be fair, White Panther was alright in the end because she switched to water. To be fair, White Panther enjoyed it as well. There was just a lot more of it than she was expecting. What's gonna happen? Oh, we've got a song called Bouncy House. We can sit in a bouncy house. What's gonna happen? It feels like it's got further. Gonna work? No! Why did that bit fail? Fail. Error. This shows like because when issue down to a manifest and generation attribute and source. Well, that's not helpful. Okay. Resource not found. Okay. I've got a mix up with my and her manifest. References, not references. Resources. Durable. What's going on with the manifest? Properties. Manifest. Okay, it's got a weird entry. We've got durable. What's blood pressure gauge? We want blood pressure, not blood pressure gauge. Okay. Git. Submit. Fixed wrong. Oh, it might be the same for iOS as well, actually. We might as well fix it while we're here. Right up here. That should be okay. Fixed wrong app icon in Android manifest. We should be making progress, I think. Anyone wants to find out, right? But it takes a few minutes to build, so tell me, friends, what did you get up to at the weekend? I hear it tasted good. Whee. Actions. You built a 2 SMS system. Can communicate. Oh, nice. That sounds pretty awesome. How did you do that? Educate us, Dr. D. Pretzel Rock picked up on a proper client, yeah? Yeah. That's what I meant to do. Oh, that failed as well. Okay, what went wrong? Okay. What's going on? Bondage and Netlify. Oh, nice. Yeah, I don't think any of us can design, really, can we? Not our strong suit. 2 hours. Build failed. Why? Errors. Cool. Okay. Icon.png. What? What is going on? So we've got uses blood pressure. theme. No weirdness with app icons. Oh, solution. What's it referring to? It shouldn't be mipmap, it should be at roarable blood pressure. Okay. Click commit -am. Okay, well that pushes, we can keep an eye on. What's that? What's going on? Let's see. Okay, let's double check now. See, it's all fun and games. See, CI/CD is just... It's got those annoying niggles regardless of what platform or technology you're using. Some pain. It's universal. See what's going to happen. Okay, it still failed. But why? Why did it fail this time? No, what's going to happen? Okay. What's the default? If I go to one of my other repositories, like why is mitmap the icon dot there? Mitmap. Okay. It really doesn't have an icon. You weren't joking. It should have an icon. Hey, Adventures, this is a good song. Smallest size Android icon. XXHDPI, okay. HDPI. Okay, we need HDPI next. Hey, nice. Come hang out, friends. Woo. We're having fun with icons right now. You should have it. Okay. Interesting. Mitmap HDPI. So we can do mitmap. Yeah! Come on in, friends! Come hang out! We're doing some mobile fun, so we get to look at a different kind of C#. Thanks for the raid, CLW. How was stream? How are all the raiders? Come have a party with us. We even got a bit of Texan in the house.
Yeehaw!
Whoop whoop. What's up? What happened? Why is it F? Yeah, Azure B2C is not fun. What? I mean, I'm no expert in it, but I know a few people that know it. So if you want me to point you to someone that can help you, let me know. I mean, to be fair, GitHub Actions is kind of kicking my butt too. We're just trying to do CI/CD with Xamarin and learn how to do it with GitHub Actions for the first time, but I've currently got broken icons. Let's have a look. This uses mitmap, yeah. Oh, nice, yeah. Hopefully you'll be able to get sorted. I wish you luck, friend. How's everyone else? How you been, Corey? It's been a while. I saw you alive before, but I was already streaming, so I was like, okay, I can't go hang out. It's quite an early stream for you. So, we know that it's map icon. So if we go back to resources. How'd it go? Oh, nice. Well, I'm glad that you could have a bit of consistency, friend. Let's just do it for all the sizes. Let's sort by name. Now we need to do stuff in map. Map. That's got an icon. That's got an icon. That's got an icon. We've done MDPI. XHCPI's got an icon. XHCPI's got an icon. XHCPI's got an icon. Okay. Well, thanks for the raid, buddy. Thanks for stopping by. It's always a pleasure to see you. Let's just build this and see what happens. Good luck in the meeting. See if we can get this to work, okay? See if you raiders can bring us some good vibes and we can have a bit of luck. I mean, to be fair, a lot of this isn't even GitHub Actions. It's where I've messed around with the app icon. And it's got upset with sizes because if you're not a mobile developer, essentially, or you've not done like Xamarin development before, essentially you have these on the different platforms, whether it's iOS or Android, you have icons and they have to be generated in different sizes to scale for the platform they're on. And so if you don't have the icon it's looking for in the folder for the exact size it's trying to use at the time, it'll complain or it just won't find it. So what we're facing at the moment is that GitHub Actions can't find a certain icon I referred to. So then it's like, hey, what? Let's just change this to be... Hey! Hey, Finite, how is life, friend? How are the other Finites? That'll mean nothing to anyone else, but... Finite's another great streamer. If you don't follow Finite already, give him a follow. No, sadly, you cannot use SVGs. So, you will be able to soon. So, Xamarin.Forms is slowly evolving into .NET MAUI or multi-application user interface. So, what they're aiming to do is kind of bring together Mono and .NET under one umbrella. So, traditionally, you've kind of had Mono and .NET Standard for mobile development. And because that had a life before being bought by Microsoft, it works a slightly different way. But with .NET 6 and then eventually next year the MAUI part will come under general availability, you'll be able to MAUI will make things a lot simpler, so you'll be able to use things like SVGs and like shared icons. You won't have to faff around with sizes so much. So for now, yes, eventually, no, for now you can't use SVGs, but soon you will. So it will get easier eventually. So I have a great, it's not, I need to renew my license for it, but I have a great tool extension that works for both Visual Studio for Windows and Mac called mFractor. And it's created by a Xamarin developer, and he deliberately made it to, to make life easier for all of us, because it's things that he's found he's had to do. So one of the things that it's great to do is image assets. So you can just choose an image and it will take care of it for you, which is super helpful. So like you can see here what assets I've got. I've messages them all, it's just errors. Okay. Import app icon. Choose an image. Ooh. And downloads. Yes. Maybe not. Icons. Just use that, and we're going to call it so that's it, and then we're going to import the icon. Just do it, it'll be fine. We can worry about the icon later. I just want it to work. So it should update now. See what happens. You just gotta do the little dance sometimes. Okay. I mean, it was not found. Map icon. Not being included in the project. The options show all files. What? I hear strange noises. Oh, it'll be someone typing to me in Practical. I was like, that's strange noises, but yeah, it's someone from Pretzel. Okay, so one there. I know we need to switch back to OBS a minute. There we go. We've got to keep an eye on the chat, right? Okay. Build all. Let's see what's going on. How's everyone's Monday going anyway? Yeah. What's going on? Okay, we've got IC launcher. have a look. I'm good. I'm just getting frustrated with app icons because I broke it. If we go to the manifest, view it with the manifest editor. I need to get myself. Oh dear, yeah. I think we've all been there. I think it's just the end. Do you think it's the end of the year? It's just getting a bit stressful. I mean, that's a fair bit of advice, Exegete. Let's change this to IC_launcher. Spelt right. And then we need to do the same in the activity. See what happens. Yeah, I mean, there's no like pressure. There's no. I mean, I know you say 100 days of code, but there's no one says it has to be done in 100 days. Take your time. You didn't fail. You just didn't achieve what you set out to do. That's not necessarily a failure. What's going on? Yeah. Yeah, you just got to think about it in a different way. You haven't failed anything. I changed it to... I can feed. And so Let's see what happens now. Yeah, I mean, I started Advent of Code the other day, and I managed to get through day 1, exercise 1, but that's as far as I got. Partly busyness, partly just coding kata type exercises give me a mental breakdown. So you're definitely being hard on yourself. You should be happy that you did one. Anything more than 1 day is a success. Be proud of your achievements. It's just building. Let's see what happens. Sweet. We're just reloading Pretzel because now it knows that I'm a Prime subscriber. Yay. Okay, we switched to Happy EDM now. Nice. This is just so happy. It's gonna work. Okay, it built that time, so maybe, just maybe, if we nope. Yeah. Let's check where we're at. Dot it commit a message. It's going to be added or issues with Android app icon. Git push. Let's see what happens with our CI/CD pipeline now. Maybe we'll get somewhere. You never know. We can hope, right? And then we can start doing dances because it works. Okay, so it's building. Ooh, do that again. You just got to dance to these things, right? So it's still building our GitHub action, but we know we're learning stuff. Once we get this to work, we can do a quick like recap. Hydrating is important. Once we get this to work, we can add iOS, and then we can rename the step from build Android to be build app or something, because build might be a reserved keyword, but this is doing more than Android. And as you'll see, we'll do a recap shortly of what the app does and what we're trying to do and why I want to rename this step. See what's happening. I need to rehydrate in a minute. I need to go and refresh my cup of tea. Hey, it worked!
Yeehaw!
Whoop whoop! Sweet. Okay, so we've got that working. So now the next step is to do the same again, but do it for iOS. So from what I've understood, from what I've read, it's going to be pretty much the same again. But it's going to be if I remember rightly, it's going to be so it's we can do another P for platform. So first steps first is we're going to do another P platform equals iPhone simulator. It's going to be .ios.csproj, and it's going to be into .ios, and then it should be the same again. We're just going to rename it to iOS, and this is going to be build mobile. Should work in theory. All these things are in theory, right? Git commit am added iOS build to CI/CD. Now let's see what happens. Who knows? Anyone way to find out, right? Yeah, because it's the same MS Build DLL that you steal out of your Visual Studio application. Who knows, right? It's just one of those things. But while we wait for that to build, I'll talk to newcomers through what's going on. So, I have a Xamarin.Forms app which allows you to log and view history for blood pressure and pulse readings. What we're trying to do at the moment is add CI/CD with GitHub Actions. So we've started to create this workflow called Mobile that says when you push, this will be main eventually once we get it to work, but for now on this GitHub Actions branch, use a Mac OS like virtual machine essentially. Use v2 of Actions, install Boots, which is a .NET tool to help with dependency installation. So we install the tool, then we use the tool to grab Xamarin Android and Mono. Restore the NuGet packages, build the Android app, and then build the iOS app. In order to build the Android and iOS apps, it uses MS Build, but in order to tell it where to find MS Build, you actually tell it like where the Visual Studio installation is. Weird, I know. But then you point it to the project that you want to build. So we've got both Android and iOS and their CS projects. And then yeah, it should go ahead and build it in theory. Well, look, we have a green build for the first time. This is going to take a few minutes, but hopefully at the end of it, we'll have a working project. So while we wait, I will show you the app that we've got. So it's a work in progress, so please ignore the rather dodgy UI in places, like like here. But you can log things, so we can say like perfect blood pressure. no, 72. Log the reading. Go into history. And it will give you a reading. So here we've got the reading that we just logged. So, you know, we want to put it in the opposite order. We want to sort it the other way around, which we can do. That's another step. So you can request things in a sort order. So we can just say, hey, MongoDB, give it to us in ascending order. If we go into, we can probably do it quite quickly, actually, in theory. If we go into our, let's ignore all the platform stuff. We don't need any of that. And we can hide the stuff we don't care about anymore. So in our history view model, we go off and say, like, get everything. But can we do a, okay. System cannot convert from void to, okay, we can do a var systems equals listings ascending equals listings dot, we've got reverse, and pressure reading. There we go. That should give it to us in a descending order, so we can actually do. Okay, we worked that one out. We don't need to do a separate variable for this. It was just an experiment. But we know this works, right? So we can dot reverse blood pressure reading. There we go. It should give it to us in reverse order then. Because we care about the most recent, right? Let's check on our build as well. That's still building. So that's reloading. Yeah, there we go. So if we go to history now, da 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 da, reverse order, beautiful. I mean, we're gonna undo that because this is not the branch to make the change, but we know how to do it now. Anyway, because we'll merge the branches in once this works. What are we on? Getting there. It's building the iOS app right now. This may or may not work first time. We're trying our luck a little bit. There's 3 warnings. Oh, there we go. Nice. Green. Sweet. So now we have that. So we can merge this into main now, you see, because we've got it working. We just need to edit it to main git commit -am update branch for CI/CD monitoring. So we know that's going to go off and build, but we know it works. Welcome back, Mr. Twist. What beverage did you get? thank you. Yeah, we're good. We're finally got it to work. So what we're going to do is we're going to... Oh, I have to remind myself how to do this. Git cheat sheet. We want to do... So, okay, so you merge it into the current branch. So, we're going to see... We're going to git checkout main. Git merge GitHub actions. Okay. If we come into here, it should all work. Yeah, so I got diagnosed with ADHD at last back in July, and they put me on medication that means that I had to give up alcohol. Well, alcohol and caffeine. I wasn't drinking alcohol anyway, so that was a piece of cake. Caffeine, I had to go cold turkey, which is a bit unpleasant. It just makes life difficult, you know, not having caffeine. Like, I have to buy decaf tea bags and take them with me when I go away, because you can't guarantee that you'll get like decaf tea options when you go away and stuff. Yeah, there's sometimes decaf coffee, but not necessarily decaf tea. But that's okay. So now we want to do dot reverse blood pressure reading. There we go. So yeah, I had headaches like for 3 days, like over about 3 or 4 weeks. I'd have a headache each week for about 3 days. Git commit -am return display history of readings in reverse order, most recent first. Beautiful. Nice. So we've got GitHub Actions going, friends. That's nice. So we can tick off this one. GitHub Actions. What were the steps in GitHub Actions? So we had to add a GitHub folder. We checked the Git trends repo. We created a YAML and we tested it. Huzzah! And that is now done. Next up is migrate the data. Okay, so this is a nice one. So if you weren't here at the beginning of stream, basically what I was saying was that I want to take advantage of some nifty features in MongoDB 5.0. And on MongoDB Atlas, which is our data as a service platform, it's awesome, you know, because it supports multi-cloud, multi-region deployment. So you can, you know, pick whichever provider or providers and regions that work for you. But yeah, basically you can do a free cluster called M0, which, you know, is free forever and it's brilliant for getting started with. But M0 is on 4 point something at the moment. It doesn't go to MongoDB 5 until February. So what I want to do is migrate our cluster from, or the data from the GitHub, from my own personal Atlas instance to the one under the DevRel org at work. Because I work for MongoDB and I don't have to pay for a cluster if I'm doing it in a demo app, which this is going to become. So one of the cool things I can show you is how easy it is to migrate. So what we'll do is we'll go to Atlas. We will connect with Compass. I have Compass. Let's go to Compass. So it's ESHGU. I might already have a connection for it, but Compass is our GUI, and it's super helpful for things like this. There we go. Connect, please. So this is our cluster, which is an M0. We could upgrade, but it would cost me money. So what we're going to do is we're going to go into blood pressure readings. And we're going to blood pressure reading. And we're going to say, hey, compass, collection, export the collection. Get those fields. Yeah, we want all of them. We want date, diastolic, systolic, pulse, ID, partition, date. So which ones? So the capital letters don't have data. So we don't want date, diastolic, pulse, systolic. We want ID, partition, date, yeah. Yep, JSON will do. Output to documents will do. Yeah, I know it would exist, but it's okay. We've got new data since. Cool. So that was simple. We've exported the data. We can actually look at it as well. If we go into documents and we have a look here. There you go. Blood pressure reading.json. This will open it up in something. Oh, Xcode. Ew. Absolutely not. Anyway, it should open it up. We'll do it with code, because code sucks less. Yeah, so you can see it's got all the data here and all the information. So we can then import that. By Xcode. So we can say connect. We're going to create a new cluster. So we exported the data super simple, right? Now we're going to log out. Okay. We're going to log in with my MongoDB account. You'd be impressed how simple this is. Come on. Let's just, there you go. Start again. Better. It should sign me in. Yeah, I know. I need to verify. It's okay. Yes, it's me. There we go. There we go. What was super secure? There we go. That should log me in now. Eventually. It'll take a while. Our org is big. But yeah, so we've got a DevRel org, right? And then we can, I've got a project called Loose. No, not if I spell it right. So I have a test cluster, but we're going to create a new one. It's going to be dedicated. It's going to be AWS in EU West 1. Thank you. We don't need so cluster 2. I don't need M30. M10 will do. We'll call the cluster blood pressure tracker. Create the cluster. So that will go ahead and create it in EU West 1. So it will take a while to provision. But that's okay. We can leave that to think about it. So one of the things I wanted to do, as I mentioned before, is oh yeah, we're gonna have to create a rel map for this, aren't we? That's okay. I'm not showing this because it shows where people live, but I love this app. It's a Realm function that calls out to the Open Weather API and says, hey, for these locations, get the weather, and then it returns them in a JSON format because I wanted a way to get the weather for all my team. So we thought, why not? But yeah, so eventually we'll have an application that will point to the cluster and everything, but we'll leave that to think about building for now. What other things might we like to do? Oh yeah, so we've got authentication, but we can't do that yet because until the cluster's created, we can't point to it for Realm. But then we can also have a look at Xamarin.Forms health kit Apple Watch. There you go, health kit. Blood pressure. Oh yeah, it's just pulse, isn't it? It can't do blood pressure, we can do pulse. See how we go. Okay, so yeah, so you can it's a data store for users' health related information. So that's something that we can do as like a stretch goal. Is just that, hey, you know, give us the pulse. Okay. So we could create a new branch. Git checkout -b health kit. Nice. Okay, so I've split it as app ID. Okay, so iOS Dev Center. This is why I have to renew my bloody Apple developer. Good old MFA. Yeah, I crossed it. Certificates, identifiers, and profiles. Profiles and logs. Health kit. Instructions, that's helpful. Okay, so I've got profiles, that's certificates. So we need identifiers. So I need to create a new one. App ID, continue, app. Okay. We're going to grab it from here. So this is just okay, that's not what I wanted to do, but okay. Nope. Okay, fine. uk.co.uk/carter.blood bracket. There we go. So it's going to need health kit. Yeah, so register the app. Give it an app ID, health kit. That should be all I need. Although, no, we don't need to sign in with Apple because I don't know what Realm supports yet. Confirm. We want health kit. Code Frog! Yeah! Stop, buddy! Okay. How goes it? How is life? How's our cluster doing? Oh, how'd it go? Yeah, we're still creating a cluster. Okay. When you're done, yeah. Click provisioning profiles. I'm glad. How's the job going? Freaking love it. Nice. See, DevRel is just the best, isn't it? I was in Oslo last week speaking from on .NET and MongoDB, and because it happened to be about MongoDB, it could be considered a business trip. So I didn't have to pay for anything, like the train, the taxi, room service, like none of it. It was brilliant. Like I get to go and talk to people about something I care about, and I get supported to do it. Life is good. Add iOS provisioning profile page. Okay. Yeah, this is readable for everyone else. Okay, so if you plan, okay, select the iOS app development option. Okay. Select the click continue to get here. Select the app ID that you previously specified. Okay, that's the one. Continue. Okay. That one. That one. I guess all of them. Account. Re-enter credentials. That's doing its thing. Preferences. Apple developer accounts. Yeah. Thinking about it. Oh, I just need to stop turning. Yeah, I want it to work on all of them. Okay. Blood pressure tracker provisioning profile. Generate. Oh geez, really? Hey, I've made it, folks. You've got to, do you want to be famous? Message. Come on. There we go. Gone. See ya, sucker. Oh, shouting at me. Okay. We'll worry about that later. Okay, let's download it. Save as. Release. Document. Dev. Okay. Interesting. Document dev. It's code preferences. Accounts. Okay. Should just work, but okay. Account. know if it's going to work or not, but hey. Guess it's worked. How was the, there you go, you got cluster now, nice. Now we can connect in Compass. Oh yeah, that's a good point. Okay. So we're just going to quickly switch scenes so I can enter secret. Got okay. Okay. Do you know what? I did something stupid. And so I have a feeling that when we should. There we go. I made a silly mistake. I forgot to stick it on MongoDB 5. So now that's going to make that change. God only knows how long that will take. Okay. But hopefully we're good. So let's disconnect. Versions are on. Okay, it's not upgraded yet, but we can worry about that later. So not that one. Connect. Disconnect. That one. Connect. There we go. Now we're on .5 now. Now we can go to create database, blood pressure tracker. Blood pressure reading. Worry about that later. Let's create a database. Collection, import data, and then all we have to do is go to where we save the readings. Import. Done. Huzzah! We've imported the data just like that. Which is pretty snazzy, it has to be said. I'm very proud of that. So now we have the data migrated, so now we can go ahead and take advantage of MongoDB 5. Woo! So let's tick off that we did that. Boom! The next step to play around with, of course, is authentication. Authentication. Right, there we go. Right, Blue Peter, here's what I prepared earlier. Oh. That's not what I meant to do. Go to Realm. Let's create our Realm application as well and update the ID. Create a new app. Blood pressure tracker. I don't know why that's upset, but yes, I was, to be honest. No, I mean, so I give a talk about this. So I'd heard of MongoDB and like you know, document databases, but I'd never really looked at them. But then I obviously I got a job with MongoDB, which was more about the people and the culture than like the technology, because I knew I could learn the technology, especially because we have amazing free resources. But yeah, like in my career of like 10 years, over the years, whenever you had a project, the only what, you know, it was always relational databases that came into it. Like I find this much easier, I'm not gonna lie. Interesting. Great realm app. Got it. And sync on, please. Yeah, whatever. We're just turning sync on. My partition, which is a string. Enable sync. Stop moaning. Yeah, it takes a mindset shift. There's a great let me find it. There's a great talk my colleague gave that you might find helpful. Let me just grab it and then I'll send you the link. Let's copy this. Chuck it in chat for you. There you go. So this is the talk that my colleague Lauren gave, all about going from like tables to documents that should be really helpful to you. Like, because this is our like engineering week where we can work on projects, I plan to stream every day this week. So if you get a chance to watch the video and have any questions, like by all means, just pop by the stream at any point and I'll try and help you. Or of course you can follow me on Twitter and send me a message if you need anything. Let's just sign in as me a minute. I want to steal the schema. That's what we're here for. You're welcome. You know, we're developer advocates. We're all here because we love to help people. We advocate for developers. I can go back to our other window. There we go. And then how do we do required? For properties, we do required. No worries. It's a really great talk. So, as I mentioned, I was in Oslo last week to give a talk at NDC Oslo on an intro to like MongoDB and .NET, and a lot of the content around like, you know, understanding document databases, the benefits, and like comparing them. It comes from Lauren's talk. So, you know, absolutely, I'm not going to plug myself. Go watch the original. Lauren is fantastic. It's like whatever. Oh, we want development mode on actually. Turn dev mode on. So the reason that we want dev mode on is that sometimes if the schema doesn't quite match what's coming from the application, you want the application like code to be able to make adjustments so that it, you know, the database matches our code, because obviously we've written the code in the way that we think it should work. So dev mode just makes that really helpful. Yes. Get RFID. Let's hook it up. Oh yeah, I'm just going to oh, actually, there's no secrets in here, is there? If we save that and run it, it should magically pull the data in still. And then we should go raid somebody because I've been live for over 3 hours and I want a screen break and a cup of tea. But we've been doing good. You know, tomorrow we can start looking at authentication. Okay. But that's okay. It just means it's not quite stored right. So we can do 120 over 80 with a pulse of 72. Have a look at history now. There we go. Boom. Beautiful. So if we have a look at the data now, we go back to Atlas and have a look at our blood pressure tracker, barrage collections. There we go. Oh yeah. So we've imported the data, but I forgot. It doesn't pull in data from, like, before you created it. So, we kind of have to start again. But that's okay, because this is all dummy data anyway, as you can see. I've just been, like, sticking numbers in to experiment. But yeah, we added it, so it's there. Beautiful stuff. But hey, we've done well today. You know, we've got GitHub Actions working, so we've got CI/CD on a app that we've, you know, for the first time with Xamarin.Forms, which isn't simple. We've got it displaying things in reverse, and we've migrated our data over, so we're in a good place to come back tomorrow, and probably a lot earlier than we started today, to do a lot more with this stuff. So, let's just make sure we don't need to commit anything. No, we're good. Beautiful. So, with that, let's find someone to raid. It's been a good day, though. I think so, anyway. We've migrated the data. You know, that's important. Let's see who's live. Who can we go hang out with? Hey, let's go hang out with Ghostly Tuna. He was here earlier.
Stop the bike, unit away. Oh, brilliant.
So let's do it. Let's go raid Ghostly Tuna. We like a bit of, you know, a bit of support. It is, isn't it? It's epic. You know, we have all this stuff coming in. So then tomorrow we can get started with more fun things. And who knows? Maybe we'll get really far. Maybe we won't. But we can do it together, and that's the main thing. So thank you for joining me today, friends. It's greatly appreciated. And hopefully you'll all join me again at some point tomorrow at a time that suits you, so we can all hang out and do more things. Thank you to everyone who donated bits and gift subs and got us the level 2 hype train today. Very much appreciated. I love you all. And yes, come join me raiding Ghostly Tuna. You know, drop the swords if you're a subscriber. Show some love. You know, let's go have some fun. And I will see you all tomorrow. Bye.